Welcome back to the channel, everybody. On the last one, if you watched to the end, you would have seen that we had a bit of a surprise announcement. Yay! And it was kind of a non-announcement because we didn't really show you what it was. But you all know that we have a car, and we have it just over here. There she is, my beautiful.
The van! Take the left and the van.
How cool is that?
It's like a hovercraft. Look at it go up the hill. Check it out. It's just like cruising stuff.
So, we've actually had this van for a couple of weeks now, and oh, here he comes back the other way. So we've had this car for a little while. We've been trying to get it fixed up and stuff, and we'll talk about that a little bit further along. But we just wanted to say a big thank you to all our supporters, all our subscribers, the people who have really supported us in this journey of finding a vehicle. It hasn't been easy.
You made the difference though.
Yep, it's a lot of people, when our last daughter was born, donated towards the van fund. And so we'll be doing the draw at the end of the video, so you'll find out what the name of the car is, so don't miss out on that. And yeah, so we're just going to talk about a few bits and pieces about what the car is like, what it was like trying to find one, and what we're planning to do with it. So yeah, stay tuned and we're going to get into the video. So as you can see, this is the captain's seat right here. This is where I sit and drive the vehicle. And what do you know? This is probably one of the first cars that we've had that has had an aftermarket stereo installed when we got it. It's incredible.
We live in a level luxury now. We can play music.
We have the insulated welding gloves. That's for taking hot stuff off of fires. Yes. That should feature in the video at some point.
Yes.
Well, maybe not this video, but in the future.
This is the navigator's seat. Right here.
Navigator seat, glove box or storage compartment.
Yes. The middle seat is navigator companion seat.
Navigator's companion seat. And down here is all kinds of stuff. Here, stick, it's a manual as you can see. We have
first aid
handbrake, whatnot, standard stuff. One really cool part of this vehicle is that they have the light button switch down here, right? So, no lights. Oof.
Lights!
From here.
We can turn the back lights on from the front.
That's pretty cool. You can tell we haven't owned a van before.
It's probably standard issue.
I know that my parents' van has that, but it's pretty cool. Now, we want to thank all of you guys for your support in donations and just in suggestions of what to look for as far as what type of van to buy. One of the suggestions, and I guess everything was suggested, so was the Hyundai Starex. This is what we ended up buying. One of the things that we liked about it was that it was full drive. It has 8 seats, 9 seats if I find a seatbelt for the 9th seat, and it fits us all in very nicely. So we're quite comfortably now able to stop on the side of the road and give the children lunch. And it's able to climb in the back there, feed the baby if she needs to, whatever. We can stop without having to be in the weather, without having to lean over the seats and stuff and get all muddy off the side of the car, because the as you know, where the wheel arch is on the back door, all mud gets in there, and as soon as you lean over it you get all muddy as well. And yeah, so it's just a much more convenient vehicle for a large family. Our family's only going to grow, so it's just going to become more and more apparent how important it is to have a van. It's mostly rust free as far as you can tell. Hello. There's a little bit of rust here. The odd bits. It's an old car, so what do you expect? We've got new tyres. These are brand new. It didn't come with winter tyres, and obviously being winter I wanted to get decent tyres. And as we're planning to have this car for a long time, I thought it was worthwhile getting decent tyres straight up, especially for winter. So we got a new set of rims so I can change them myself. and the rims actually came with the center bore too small, and so I found a guy. It was a bit of a, we went all over this, I drove to a city about an hour away, went all over there to different places I got, you know, recommended to. I couldn't find any of them. The ones I did find, the machine was too small, and I ended up finding a guy locally in our town who had a lathe big enough to turn the wheels. And so for about, well, $10, a bit over $10 American, around $20 Australian, actually a little bit under, probably $17 Australian, I got all four wheels, the center bore ground out, and so I was able to put them in. And then I found out that the studs on the back wheel were all wrecked. I ended up buying brand new nuts for all of the wheels, and so now they're longer. They work better with these steel rims that we've got. As you'll see, our tires come with these like little studs in them for winter, and so far it's working pretty good. So this window here, for anybody who knows of companies or just has information or whatever of places that we can get parts for these vans, it's a Hyundai Starex. You know, whether it's suspension equipment or just different accessories and stuff like that for it, even roof racks, that kind of thing. We need to replace the suspension because they in the back here, they were carting heavy stuff in the back here, and they put bigger springs in, and now it's too bumpy for what we're doing. We've just got little children in the back. So if you have any information about companies that would like to become a channel partner, or just if you have information of places where we can get stuff for vans like this, that would be great. If you wanted to become a channel partner, we can put like your name and stuff up here, and that would just become a permanent part of these videos. Yeah, so like this will be our sticker window. Because
like that, only if you stick with us.
Only if you stick with us. You're a funny one. Stick with us, get it? Stickers, sticker window. So yeah, moving on. Coming up to the front here, we have the intake for the intercooler, and I've put some LED lights inside the headlights there. Got that all cleaned up and fixed up, so they're a lot brighter now. So we've got a few things that we need to do to kind of get it up to spec. Full drive at the moment is not working. So I've got to pull the hubs off and have a look at that. It seems to me that the back axle, the rear axle, the rear diff, is not a limited slip diff or anything like that. So if any of you have owned a Starex before and know where we can get a locker, a rear locker or a limited slip diff for it, or know anything about these vehicles and would be able to help us out with that, that would be really appreciated. Don't forget, like, we've got a email down in the description, so you can reach us there. As you can see up here, we have the roof. Now these roof racks are not in a very good spot. They're right in the middle here, basically not really very well supported, whereas this spot here, I think, is just a cover that we can pull off and put a proper roof rack on. As you see, we don't have gutters, and that roof rack over there is broken, so we're going to be taking them off most likely, and we're going to need to put a more kind of full size one on the roof, and that will hold all kinds of things for our camp trips when we go a bit longer distance. We do actually have quite a bit of room in the back. This van came with a what do they call it, a dry fan, like a Webasto type thing. It just runs on diesel, and it was already came with the car, but it wasn't installed, so I've got to install that. I'm probably going to install a block heater of some kind because this car doesn't have one, and being a diesel, it just makes sense to have some kind of insurance like that, some way that you know that your car's going to be starting. So just turn the car off. I'm going to go out the back here to show you what the boot is, because this has surprisingly a lot of room. Yeah, this is going to be like a storage kind of area. We have a ladder that's going to go back on there. It just got taken off for the roadworthy, but I'm going to put some reverse lights up here because this car doesn't have any reverse lights, or none working anyway. Either way, they're just too dim. I like to be able to see where I'm going, so they're I've got two LED kind of floodlights that are going to become part of that. I'm going to put the lights on a separate switch so we can use them for lighting up the area as well. Well, we'll see what happens. At the very least, they're going to become reverse lights because it's too dangerous to be reversing without being able to see where you're going. Maybe one of you guys can tell me, is it possible to get like metal rear bars and stuff like that put on the car and get it registered in the actual like on the license papers? I need the car registered with it because I'm not gonna risk driving around Russia getting fined here, there and everywhere. Because we'd like to put like a small bull bar on the front, a bar on the back to hold the rear tire, the spare tire, and then some roof racks on the top. That's the kind of basics what we want to do for now, because I want to get the spare tire out from underneath, because one of the problems that you have is if you get a flat when you're out in the mud and on a track somewhere, you can't get your spare out because your car will be sitting down on the ground. Why are the children not out enjoying the weather?
They've been a little under the weather, just a little bit. So they're all in the car staying warm.
So they had a rough night, but they don't want to be cooped up inside. So we brought them all out.
We took them for a drive.
And they like driving in the car. They're like, oh, Daddy's got the car working.
Yay!
Well, by working I mean change the tyres. So
well,
now they got winter tyres on.
It was pointless going out with the old tyres.
So yeah, beautiful weather. Hopefully they get better soon and we can have them out here and enjoying the beautiful snow. So this is one of the cool things about the area where we live. There's these little huts just kind of everywhere. We went up a track that didn't seem like anybody drove up it, and it had these sort of things. Now unfortunately people felt the need to just carve all kinds of stuff in it, and so it's not as good as it could be. But check out that view, absolutely gorgeous. You can hear the 𝐂𝐇𝐀𝐍𝐍𝐄 woodpecker in the distance there. So this is the sort of thing that we'd like to get to do a lot more of, to explore, to give the children the opportunity to explore the forest like this and to experience more of Russia, and maybe meet some of you guys. I know that a few of you have said, you know, you need to come to this city or that city, you know, it'd be great, we could show you around kind of thing. And we sure hope to take you guys up on that offer. If you're worried that maybe we don't speak very much Russian, we'll get by. I speak enough to get by, and it should be a lot of fun. On the inside, as you can see, we have the seats. The back row, this row faces back, and it allows us to have a spot where we can sit in there
and have tea and lunch and all those things.
Yeah.
In
So
the
if the
warm,
weather's bad,
cozy.
we can have the children all in the back and have lunch in there, and it gives us plenty of room. At the moment we can all fit in the back, and obviously if the family expands they'll be able to fit in,
front section,
you know, somebody will have to sit in the front, but it just gives a lot more room to be able to pass things around easier and get children in and out, because we can actually climb in the car. So
yeah, comfortable place if they get
It's,
cold or in summer or to get out of the sun.
been such a blessing to be able to find a van finally. It's not been easy. We've looked high and low everywhere.
We've looked at rubbish, we've looked at things that are too expensive.
Yep. Yeah, so yeah, that is the van. We're going to go for a bit of a drive. If you'd like to see our footage from our first drive, you can head over to our Buy Me a Coffee page, where we post all kinds of bonus footage.
Stuff.
And also, don't forget to check out our Telegram channel. Link will be down below. And there we post kind of up-to-date, sort of in the moment sort of photos,
Short clips,
stuff
all
like that.
Stuff.
And we've just started a new, like a column. Every Wednesday we're posting, there's a lawyer who runs a immigration kind of law firm.
Helps with immigration.
Yeah, Michael. So he is providing information, useful and current information with regards to immigrating to Russia. So if you'd like to move, and it's not just if you haven't moved yet and would like to move, it's even help for people who are already in Russia. So there's a lot of things that you kind of don't really know, even though you're in Russia and you've been here for a while. You can come across certain problems that you need help with. So all that kind of information will be on Wednesdays in the Telegram channel, so don't forget to subscribe to that. Okay, so we've taken a look at the outside of the car, so let's have a look at the inside. So we've got the old cloth seats. We've got 3 seats in the front here. Opening the door. We went out to the block the other day. You can see that video on the BMC, Backyard Russia Buy Me a Coffee page. And so we've got a few bits and pieces left over from that, some children's toys, rakes and whatnot. And the Kelly kettle. So we've used that a couple of times already. Really good thing. I'm going to stick it in the back there. And car seat for the little one. I've got some new seat belts because these ones, they don't adjust at all, which is kind of not very good. So I've got some adjustable ones to put down for the children. And before it was facing so that all the seats were facing to the front, and we switched it around, so when we stop now we can have this kind of like a little picnic area here, and then the back section will be like a cargo area. For all the people who donated to the van fund and gave us a name suggestion, we put the names in the hat, and we are about to pick one. Feel around and grab one. What's that?
Read it. Tim Tam! It is officially Tim Tam. We dubbed you Tim Tam.
So now we're going to have to paint.
Do you know what a Tim Tam is? If you don't know what a Tim Tam is, paint it brown. A Tim Tam is a really yummy biscuit that's coated in chocolate. So yummy.
And it looks like that. So guys, there we have it. We have a new van and new adventures on the way. So we want to say a big thank you to everybody who contributed, who gave us words of encouragement when we couldn't find a van, and gave us advice on which ones to pick and all that kind of thing, and for all the people who came up with name suggestions. We're going to have a little roll at the end with all like a whole bunch of the ones that were
really cool names.
Yeah, cool. What we thought were interesting. So yeah. And we'll put a name. The name will be in the pinned comment of the person who whose name was picked. And yeah, thanks again so much, guys. And until next time, take care.
And it's dinner
we'll
time.
see you. Yeah, because we're going to go inside for dinner now.
Yeah.
See you later. I've never taken one of these out before. I was a bit worried I'd break something. Okay, so we've just taken the timing belt cover off just to check the tension and the condition of the timing belt. You good? Okay, so just about to put the filter in. Got my filter here, gonna put some new oil around the outside. Okay, so filter up with oil, and as you can see, that's what our lights look like now. This is low beam, high beam. Hi. So now's the part where we read out all the extra names that obviously didn't win. We could only have one winner. So Tim Tam was the one that was chosen. Thanks to Val for that suggestion. We'll have the name pinned in the comments.
I was very Australiana. Thank you. Very appropriate.
Yeah, a bit like that, but making me hungry now. So we thought we would read out some of the other ones, and yeah, get a bit of amusement out of that. Should be fun.
Umka.
Kangaroo.
Skazka, which is like Russian fairy tale.
Rus Afta.
The Happy Family Bus.
Rus Afta. A-team van.
𝐂𝐇𝐀𝐍𝐍𝐄𝐋.
It's like Joey. Shishka.
We both like that one. That was really cool.
That was kind of mentioned in the original video where we first mentioned about needing a van. And so that kind of was pretty cool name. 𝐒𝐿𝐾𝐏.
𝐂𝐅𝐅𝐈𝐋𝐈𝐋𝐈𝐋𝐿𝐒. So like kangaroos. Kanga with like RUS for Russia.
Yeah. Rumbling Trudy.
Another Australiana one. Very cool. Like that one too.
Yeah. Nate was hoping we'd get that one, but alas. Kinga.
Vincent van Gogh.
That was another funny one. Matroshka. I thought that might fit as well.
That
with all
was
the
cool.
children piling out of it.
Sibir.
Kovchog, which is Russian for ark.
We've got Yowie, mythical Australian creature.
Yeah. Lunokhod.
Sputnik.
And 𝐂𝐊𝐶, or God's gift. And there's many other ones, but we're not going to go through the whole list. There's too many of them.
Thank you all for your suggestions. They were heaps of fun to read through, and
yeah, and we hope that you guys got a bit of a laugh out of it as well. Yeah, thanks so much again, and we look forward to seeing you guys all on the next one.